Blacksmithing and Welding. Now, it's not a practical course, but thinking about it for a day or two. Right, I don't know if you can see that alright if I hold it. A bit closer maybe. I did this at college. However, now, what's brought this on? I've been watching quite a few blacksmithing videos, you know, obviously. A lot will know I'm a blacksmith's son, and my granddad and my great-granddad were blacksmiths. And watching some of these modern blacksmiths, they're working out books and people-written books, and it just sort of makes you think a bit, doesn't it, you know. What did I know and what did they know? Well, of course, my great-grandfather came to Ulsby when he was 5 years old, and he died when I was 5 years old, and I was born in 1947 in November, and he died he just had his 94th birthday. Anyway, so it's just to sort of tell you the time scale. Well, of course, they were millers, and they came to Ulsby as blacksmiths. So it was all, obviously, trial and error, and it was passed down to my granddad and my great-granddad what they learnt and what worked, which I'm sure you'll agree. So, when I did this at college, I didn't take an awful lot of notice, not because I wasn't interested, but I mean, I was at Ulsby until I was 25, so you know, it just was like second nature to me to see what they were doing. And then watching these videos when they say these techniques that are used, well, I saw my father do it and it was just natural, you know. So that's why I thought I'd just have a little chat about this and one or two other things as well. Now, blacksmithing and welding too, to give a lot of dictation. And my writing was never very good. And I don't know if you can see, I can hardly read that myself, so that's why I learned to type. The one thing I learned from my course, which I've mentioned before, and that's rust. So there's my knife, right? Now, so what I'm really trying to tell you is that sometimes it's a bit difficult. We take things for granted, right? This is me. Whole point of making the video, really. We take things for granted. Because the thing is, you see, that we know things, and I'll tell you what, I'll give you an example, driving. One thing my father did teach me was how to drive when I was 7 years old, across farm track. And then when I was 9, he got me on a tractor in the yard, and then I went to the farm and started driving tractors. So, and then I tried to teach someone how to drive, in the 90s, 90, 80, late 80s, something like that. And I couldn't. And why couldn't I teach him how to drive? Well, because I've always known how to drive, since I was 7, you know. Bit like walking. Here's the thing. Right, here's the thing. Behave. Right. You try and teach someone how to walk. You all have to learn. Every one of you that's walking about has had to learn how to walk. But you try and teach somebody. Eh? Just think about it. Right, so that's that. Now, I've another quick story to tell you. It's about my engine. And I'll put a couple of brief clips on the end. Now, I've done this video 5 times now. So anyway, it's, you know, it's snowy out. It's actually snowing outside. And you'll see, well, it isn't snowing now outside, but it was when I woke up. We haven't had a lot, but we've had half an inch, and most of it's gone because the sun's come out. Anyway, with my engine, I've had to play with it and made another dummy spark plug just because I'm stuck inside, you know, waiting for this weather to clear, and it's going to be very cold for the next couple of days, you know, very cold. So anyway, I thought, oh, I'll just go outside, I'll make a plug and just try it. I didn't video it. Well, I did video it actually, but I just put the camera on, that's all. I didn't do it to make a video, I just put the camera on. Anyway, it wouldn't start. Checked it first. Anyway, I found out that it was arcing on the outside. So I came in and put another bit of insulation in and checked out a spark and put it on. And I thought, oh, just today, this is, earlier today, I thought, oh, it's snowing. I thought, oh, I'll go out and just for myself get a bit of video of my engine running in the snow. Anyway, went outside, worked perfectly. Only I pulled the, I've got a chocker block connector on the end of my spark plug and I pulled it off. So anyway, I come to edit my video, nothing. No, nothing. I forgot to press record. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little chat. I've tried to make it a tiny bit interesting. And as I say, the whole thing came from making these knives with hardening and tempering and everything else, because, you know, I sort of know what I'm doing without the textbook and how everyone else seems to be doing it today. But the reason is, of course, all this was learnt, well, it was learnt long before my great-grandfather's time, wasn't it? And we've only talked about blacksmithing, but of course, welding is simply getting two bits of metal up to critical heat where they're not actually melting, but they're hot enough to melt to each other. That's the thing. And I mean, I saw my father, it was called laying harrows, which means harrows were like drags, if you like, flat drags, and he made them, and the farmers used them for cutting down the ploughing, you know. Well, they dragged it first, then they harrowed it, like raking, if you like. And the ends get worn off, so he used to forge weld a piece on the end and reshape the tooth to make them like new again. And as I say, I helped him with blowing the forge. Oh yeah, I'll just finish off. Right, I was telling you the one thing I remembered. Rust. Rust is the reaction of oxygen on steel, and it causes a chemical reaction that reverts it to magnetic oxide of iron. Yeah, you see? I've remembered that since I was 17. That's not too bad for a 70-year-old man, is it? But I did learn something, you see. Out of this, out of all this, look, I did learn something. There you go, that's plenty long enough. I don't know how long we've got. Anyway, it's my 5th attempt at a video today. What I'll do, I'll just pop a very few seconds of my engine on the end of this video. Alright. Well, we lost the money shot, but we have got a shot of it running in the snow.